6 months ago, I started something that most people would call unrealistic. I decided to pass the hardest level of the JLPT, the official Japanese proficiency test. The problem? I was starting from zero. Most people study for years to reach this level. I gave myself 6 months. This is the story of what happened. First, before preparing for the test, I wanted to figure out what JLPT actually is. As you guys know, JLPT stands for the Japanese Language Proficiency Test, and they have 5 levels, N5 to N1, with N1 being the hardest, which means I will be taking level N1. There are 3 sections in level N3 to N1. They are vocab and grammar, reading, and lastly, listening. Apparently, there is no writing nor speaking section like other language tests. For example, Spanish, Chinese, Korean. So, it'll be a bit easier than those. Plus, my language is quite similar to Japanese. So, without any hesitation, I made up my mind and decided to sign up. JLPT is held twice a year, July and December. I signed up for the July one, but there was a slight tiny problem. 6 months weren't really 6 months. First 100 days were used, getting used to Japanese, doing the basics. I spent too much time doing the basic, that's problem number one. And another problem, I also had to prepare for Spanish language proficiency test, DELE. This process took 1 full month. I spent 1 month focused just on the Spanish, which meant that realistically, I only had about 2 months of focused preparation for the JLPT N1 level. And to make things worse, I was also in university. During classes, to pass JLPT, instead of listening to lectures, I was studying Japanese. Not surprisingly, I started to fail in class. My routine became intense after DELE was over with. Vocab drills, grammar patterns, reading practice, listening practice, almost every single day. For weeks, my entire schedule revolved around studying Japanese. And as I mentioned, I even sacrificed the university lecture time and my university grade. It's unacceptable as an Asian, but for JLPT, I did it. I wasted my tuition. Then the exam day finally arrived. Months of preparation came down to a few hours in a testing room. Walking out of the exam, I honestly had no idea if I had passed, cause the time was shorter than I expected. I was actually confident in the reading section, but I couldn't manage my time well, and yeah, I kind of failed. I was in the middle of the reading section. I only had like 5 questions left, so I decided to look at my watch. Surprise! 5 minutes left. There was like no way I could finish 2 long passages in 5 minutes. So I read it really quick, just looking at the kanjis, and then kind of guessed 5 questions. I decided to forget about the test, and to distract my mind, started doing other stuffs. But eventually, weeks later, an email arrived from JLPT Center. Yes, it was the results date. I opened up the results page with an anxious mind. But at the same time, another result arrived as well. My GPA. And I was expecting some C's, but surprisingly, one of my university grade was D. I got a first D in my life. Such a failure to Asian parents. And it was a pretty clear reminder that chasing one goal sometimes comes with a cost. Anyways, the real question was still waiting. Did I pass the JLPT N1?